You've been living the same week over and over, haven't you? And deep down, you know something's got to change. Here's the truth: success doesn't come from massive leaps. It comes from small, consistent habits, and today I'm giving you 10 habits that will completely transform your life if you stick to them. The life you want is closer than you think. It's not about luck or some magic moment. It's about building a foundation of habits that set you up for success, one week at a time. In this video, I'm going to share 10 weekly habits that will bring more clarity, control, and purpose into your life. Stick with me till the end, because it's not just about hearing these habits, it's about living them. Here's a question for you: why do so many people set big goals but never get there? It's not because they lack the talent or the desire. It's because they fail to build the habits that bridge the gap between where they are and where they want to be. The challenge isn't ambition, it's consistency. Most people wake up on Monday feeling motivated but lose that fire by Wednesday, slipping back into old patterns by the weekend. Sound familiar? The problem is life moves fast. Distractions pile up, energy drains, and before you know it, another week is gone and you're still stuck in the same place. But here's the good news: the right habits can anchor you, even in the chaos. Let's break them down. Habit 1, plan your week before it starts. Let me ask you something. Do you feel like your weeks just slip by without you accomplishing much? You wake up Monday morning with high hopes, but by Friday you're wondering where all that time went? You see, most people don't fail because they lack the ability to succeed. They fail because they don't have a plan. And here's the thing: if you're not planning your time, someone else is. Sunday evenings are what I call the golden hours. It's the perfect time to sit down, reflect on the week that's passed, and map out the one ahead. And no, I'm not talking about scribbling a random list of tasks. I'm talking about creating a roadmap, a clear, actionable game plan that puts you in control of your time. Imagine trying to build a house without a blueprint. You'd have bricks and wood scattered everywhere, but nothing would come together. That's exactly how most people approach their weeks. They wake up every day, tackle whatever task seems urgent, and hope it all works out. But hope is not a strategy. If you want your week to be productive, you have to take the lead and design it with intention. Start by identifying your priorities, what absolutely needs to get done this week. Maybe it's a project at work, a commitment to your family, or even taking care of your health. Write it down. Clarity is the first step to productivity. Without it, you'll spend your time reacting to everything around you instead of focusing on what truly matters. Now let's talk about scheduling. Your calendar should be your best friend. Block out time for your most important tasks. And here's a little secret: schedule your most demanding tasks during your peak energy hours. For some, that's early morning. For others, it's mid-afternoon. Find your rhythm and work with it, not against it. But planning isn't just about work. A well-planned week also includes time for rest, growth, and connection. Set aside time to exercise, to read, or to call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Life isn't just about ticking off tasks, it's about living with balance and intention. Think of your week like a puzzle. Without a plan, you're just throwing random pieces on the table, hoping they fit together. But when you take the time to plan, you're laying the frame. Suddenly, those pieces start to fall into place. Now, let's address a common misconception. Some people think planning means you'll lose your freedom. They feel boxed in by schedules and to-do lists. But here's the truth: planning isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. When you plan your week, you free up your mind to focus on the things that truly matter. You eliminate the stress of last-minute decisions and the guilt of unfinished tasks. Here's a practical tip: use Sunday evenings to list your top 3 goals for the week. Not 10, not 20, just 3. These should be the things that, if accomplished, would make your week feel like a success. Then break those goals into smaller, actionable steps and assign them to specific days. This way, your goals move from being abstract ideas to concrete actions. And don't forget to leave some flexibility in your plan. Life is unpredictable, and things will come up. The goal isn't to stick to your plan rigidly, but to have a structure that keeps you grounded even when things get chaotic. Planning your week isn't just about getting things done, it's about owning your time instead of letting time own you. It's about showing up for yourself, for your goals, and for the life you want to create. And here's the best part: the more you plan, the better you get at it. Over time, it becomes second nature, and your weeks will start to feel less overwhelming and more purposeful. So the question is, will you take control of your week? Or will you let it control you? The choice is yours, and it starts with how you spend those golden hours on Sunday evening. Habit 2, review your goals every week. Here's something that's true for almost everyone: we're great at setting goals, but not so great at keeping them alive. Most people write their goals down once, maybe in January, and then forget about them. They tuck them away in a notebook or let them fade into the background. And then they wonder why, by December, they're nowhere closer to achieving them. The secret to success isn't just setting goals, it's revisiting them. Weekly goal reviews are like check-ins with your future self. They keep you aligned, focused, and motivated. Without them, it's like driving on a long road trip without ever looking at the map. Sure, you might reach somewhere eventually, but will it be where you actually wanted to go? Let me give you an analogy. Imagine planting a tree. You can't just plant it and walk away expecting it to thrive. You need to water it, nurture it, and check on its growth regularly. Your goals are no different. A weekly review is like watering your goals. It keeps them alive and growing. So how do you do it? Start by asking yourself 3 simple questions. 1. What progress did I make toward my goals this week? 2. What obstacles got in my way? 3. What can I do differently next week to move closer to my goals? These questions may seem basic, but they're incredibly powerful. They force you to reflect, to be honest with yourself, and to course correct. And here's another benefit of weekly reviews: they help you celebrate small wins. Most of us are so focused on the end goal that we forget to acknowledge the progress we're making along the way. But those small wins matter. They build momentum, boost your confidence, and remind you that you're on the right track. Now let's talk about alignment. A weekly review isn't just about tracking progress, it's about making sure your actions align with your aspirations. Are you spending your time on things that truly matter, or are you getting sidetracked by distractions? Think of your goals as a compass. They point you in the direction you want to go, but without regular check-ins, it's easy to veer off course. A weekly review helps you recalibrate. It ensures that you're not just busy, but productive, that your efforts are taking you closer to the life you want. Here's a practical tip: create a dedicated time for your goal review. Maybe it's Sunday evening, right after you plan your week. Keep it short, minus 15 to 20 minutes is enough. Write down your thoughts in a journal or a digital app. The act of writing brings clarity and makes your goals feel tangible. But don't just review your goals, reconnect with your why. Why did you set these goals in the first place? What do they mean to you? When you remind yourself of your deeper purpose, you reignite the passion and drive to keep going. And remember, goals aren't set in stone. As you review them weekly, you may find that some goals need to be adjusted or even replaced. That's okay. Growth is a dynamic process, and your goals should evolve as you do. Here's the bottom line: a weekly goal review is your opportunity to step back, reflect, and refocus. It's a simple habit, but its impact is profound. Because when you keep your goals alive, they start to feel less like distant dreams and more like inevitable realities. So don't let another week go by without checking in on your goals. Make it a priority and watch how it transforms not just your productivity, but your entire perspective. Habit 3, prioritize your health. Let me tell you something that's often overlooked. No matter how ambitious you are, no matter how brilliant your plans, none of it matters if you don't take care of your health. Your body is the foundation upon which your entire life is built. If that foundation is weak, everything else will eventually crumble. Think of your body as the engine of a high-performance car. You wouldn't pour sugar into the gas tank or neglect regular maintenance, would you? Because without a finely tuned engine, even the most beautiful car won't go anywhere. The same goes for you without a strong, healthy body. Your potential remains locked away, inaccessible. Prioritizing your health isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. When your body is in peak condition, your mind becomes sharper, your energy levels soar, and you're able to show up fully in every aspect of your life, whether it's work, family, or personal growth. So how do you make your health a priority? Let's break it down into actionable steps. Plan your meals with intention. Healthy eating doesn't happen by accident. It requires planning. Dedicate one day a week. Sunday is often a good choice to meal prep. This isn't just about convenience, it's about setting yourself up for success. Think about it. When you have healthy meals ready to go, you're less likely to reach for junk food or skip meals altogether. Your body thrives on consistency, and good nutrition is the fuel that powers your success. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods, lean proteins, whole grains, fresh vegetables, and healthy fats. And don't forget to hydrate. Water is essential for every cell in your body. Start your day with a glass of water and make it a habit to drink consistently throughout the day. Make exercise non-negotiable. Exercise isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Physical activity releases endorphins, reduces stress, and improves your overall mood. More importantly, it builds resilience not just physically, but mentally. Find a form of exercise you enjoy. It could be jogging, yoga, swimming, or even a brisk walk around your neighborhood. The key is to make it a regular part of your routine. Schedule it into your week just like you would a meeting or a deadline. Treat it as an appointment with your future self, because that's exactly what it is. Prioritize sleep. In today's hustle culture, sleep is often the first thing to go. But here's the truth: without proper rest, your body and mind cannot function at their best. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Make it a habit to wind down an hour before bed. Turn off screens, avoid heavy meals, and create a bedtime routine that signals to your body that it's time to rest. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. Manage stress effectively. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but how you manage it makes all the difference. Incorporate practices like meditation, deep breathing, or journaling into your weekly routine. These activities may seem simple, but their impact is profound. Remember, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. When you take care of your mind, you create the clarity and focus needed to tackle life's challenges head on. Schedule downtime. Rest isn't just about sleep, it's about giving yourself permission to relax and recharge. Dedicate time each week to activities that bring you joy and peace, whether it's reading a book, spending time in nature, or simply sitting in silence. Downtime isn't wasted time. It's the space where your creativity flourishes and your energy replenishes. Build a routine that works for you. Health isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. What works for someone else might not work for you. Experiment with different routines until you find one that feels sustainable and enjoyable. The key is consistency. Small, consistent actions over time lead to big results. You don't have to be perfect, just be persistent. Prioritizing your health is one of the greatest investments you can make. It's not about quick fixes or fad diets. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your goals and enhances your quality of life. Because at the end of the day, your health isn't just about you. It's about the people who rely on you, the dreams you're chasing, and the legacy you want to leave behind. So ask yourself, what's one step you can take today to prioritize your health? Habit 4, reflect on your week. Reflection is one of the most powerful habits you can adopt, yet it's often the most overlooked. Most people are so busy rushing from one task to the next that they rarely stop to ask themselves, how am I doing? What's working and what's not? But here's the truth, without reflection, you're like a ship sailing without checking its compass. You might be moving, but are you headed in the right direction? Taking time to reflect on your week is like hitting the pause button on life. It gives you the opportunity to step back, analyze your actions, and course correct if needed. It's not just about looking back, it's about using those insights to move forward with purpose. Start with the wins. Begin your weekly reflection by asking yourself, what went well this week? What are you proud of? These questions may seem simple, but they're incredibly important. When you celebrate your wins, no matter how small, they build momentum. They remind you that progress is being made, even if it's not always obvious. And let's be honest, life is hard enough. You deserve to acknowledge your efforts and give yourself credit where it's due. Identify the challenges. Next, ask yourself, what didn't go as planned? What challenges did I face? Be honest, but don't be harsh. Reflection isn't about beating yourself up, it's about learning and growing. When you identify what's not working, you gain clarity on the obstacles standing in your way. Maybe it's a lack of time, a bad habit, or even an external factor you can't control. The key is to focus on what you can improve. Analyze patterns. One of the biggest benefits of weekly reflection is uncovering patterns in your behavior. Do certain distractions keep popping up? Are you consistently avoiding a particular task? Patterns reveal the root causes of your successes and failures. Once you recognize them, you can take deliberate action to reinforce the positive ones and break the negative ones. Set intentions for the next week. Reflection isn't complete without action. After analyzing your week, set clear intentions for the week ahead. What will you do differently? What habits will you double down on? Remember, the goal of reflection isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small adjustments can lead to significant improvements over time. Write it down. There's something powerful about putting your thoughts on paper. When you write down your reflections, they become tangible. You can look back on them later and see how far you've come. Keep a journal dedicated to your weekly reflections. Over time, it becomes a treasure trove of insights and lessons that can guide you on your journey. Reflection is a habit that pays dividends. It requires just a few minutes of your time each week, but its impact is profound. It helps you stay aligned with your goals, learn from your experiences, and approach each week with renewed focus and clarity. So the next time Friday or Saturday rolls around, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself what went well, what didn't, and most importantly, what can I do better next week? Because when you make reflection a habit, you unlock the power to continually grow and improve. Habit 5, declutter your environment. Let's start with a simple truth. Your environment influences your mind more than you realize. When you're surrounded by clutter, it's like carrying around mental baggage you don't need. Every pile of papers, every messy desk, every unorganized corner whispers chaos into your brain. And chaos in your environment leads to chaos in your thinking. Imagine trying to focus on solving a complex problem while sitting in a room filled with noise and distractions. It's not impossible, but it's far from ideal. Now imagine that same scenario in a clean, organized space where everything has its place and your mind feels clear. Which situation would you choose? That's the power of decluttering. It's not just about tidying up your physical surroundings, it's about creating mental clarity and emotional balance. Or start small, think big. Decluttering can feel overwhelming, especially if you've let things pile up for weeks, months, or even years. The key is to start small. Focus on one area at a time. Maybe it's your desk, a single drawer, or even your email inbox. The goal isn't to achieve perfection overnight. It's about making consistent, incremental progress. Each small victory builds momentum, and before you know it, you've transformed your entire space. Declutter your physical space. Begin with your immediate environment, the places where you spend the most time. For many, this is the workspace or home office. Remove anything that doesn't serve a purpose or bring you joy. Papers you don't need, shred them. Old pens that don't work, toss them. But don't stop there. Extend this habit to your living spaces. Organize your closet, clear out your kitchen cabinets, and tidy up your bedroom. When your physical environment is clean and organized, it sends a powerful signal to your brain we're in control. Tackle digital clutter. We often forget that digital clutter is just as draining as physical clutter. How many unread emails are sitting in your inbox? How many random files are scattered across your desktop? Set aside time each week to clean up your digital life. Delete unnecessary emails, unsubscribe from junk mail, and organize your files into folders. A streamlined digital space makes it easier to focus and reduces unnecessary stress. Simplify your commitments. Clutter isn't just about stuff, it's also about commitments. How many tasks, meetings, and obligations are cluttering your schedule? Take a hard look at your calendar and ask yourself what truly matters. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your priorities. Freeing up your time creates space for what truly matters, whether it's personal growth, family, or simply resting. Build a system for maintenance. Decluttering isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing habit. Create a system to keep your space tidy. Maybe it's 10 minutes at the end of each day to put things back in their place. Maybe it's a weekly ritual of clearing out your workspace. When you make decluttering a habit, you prevent the mess from piling up again. Feel the benefits. The benefits of decluttering extend far beyond a clean space. When your environment is organized, you'll notice an immediate boost in your productivity, focus, and even mood. It's like breathing fresh air after being stuck in a stuffy room. A clear space leads to a clear mind, and a clear mind is unstoppable. Make it a family affair. If you live with others, encourage them to adopt this habit as well. A decluttered home benefits everyone. Plus, tackling it together can turn a daunting task into a fun, collaborative effort. Reflect and adjust. As with any habit, reflection is key. At the end of each week, ask yourself, did I maintain a clutter-free environment? If not, what got in the way? Use these insights to adjust and improve your system. Decluttering your environment is more than just a chore, it's an act of self-care. It's about creating a space that supports your goals, fuels your creativity, and brings you peace. So take the time to clear the clutter and watch how it transforms not just your space, but your entire mindset. Habit 6, learn something new every week. Here's a simple but life-changing truth: the more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you can achieve. Knowledge is like fuel for your journey through life. The more of it you have, the further you'll go. But learning doesn't have to mean sitting in a classroom or pursuing a formal education. In fact, some of the most impactful learning happens outside traditional settings. It's in the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the skills you practice. The world is changing rapidly. Industries are evolving, technologies are advancing, and opportunities are shifting. The question isn't whether you should learn, it's whether you can afford not to. Start with curiosity. What excites you? What sparks your curiosity? Start there. When you're genuinely interested in a topic, learning feels less like a chore and more like an adventure. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language, master photography, or understand the basics of investing. Whatever it is, let your curiosity guide you. Dedicate time each week. Time is often the biggest obstacle to learning. But here's the thing, you don't need hours and hours. Even 30 minutes a week can make a difference. The key is consistency. Schedule your learning time just like you would any other important activity. Treat it as a non-negotiable commitment to yourself. Leverage multiple resources. Learning is more accessible than ever. Books, podcasts, online courses, YouTube tutorials, the options are endless. Don't limit yourself to one format. Explore different mediums to find what works best for you. For example, if you're a visual learner, you might benefit from video content. If you prefer hands-on experience, look for opportunities to practice what you're learning. Focus on practical application. Knowledge for the sake of knowledge is fine, but knowledge you can apply is even better. Think about how what you're learning can improve your life or help you achieve your goals. For instance, if you're learning about time management, start implementing the techniques immediately. If you're studying a new language, practice speaking it daily, even if it's just a few sentences. Reflect on your progress. At the end of each week, take a moment to reflect. What did you learn? How did it challenge you? How can you apply it moving forward? Reflection reinforces your learning and helps you see the value of your efforts. It's also a great way to stay motivated. Embrace the journey. Learning is a lifelong process. There will always be more to discover, more to master, and more to explore. Instead of focusing solely on the destination, enjoy the journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Teach what you learn. One of the best ways to solidify your understanding is to teach it to someone else. Whether it's sharing insights with a friend, mentoring a colleague, or simply writing about what you've learned, teaching reinforces your knowledge and helps others grow too. Build momentum. Learning is like compound interest. The more you invest, the greater the returns over time. Each week of learning builds on the last, creating a snowball effect that accelerates your growth. Knowledge is power, but it's also freedom. The freedom to adapt, to innovate, and to create the life you want. So commit to learning something new every week, because the more you grow, the more you can give, and the more you can achieve. Habit 7, strengthen your relationships. Success in life isn't just about how much you accomplish, it's about the connections you make along the way. Think about it, what good is reaching the top if there's no one there to celebrate with you? Relationships are the backbone of a fulfilling life. They're your safety net in tough times, your cheerleaders in moments of triumph, and your companions in the everyday hustle. But here's the catch, relationships don't thrive on autopilot. They require care, attention, and effort. Just like you schedule time for work, exercise, and personal growth, you need to prioritize time for the people who matter most. Make time for people who matter. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life. Work deadlines, personal goals, and daily responsibilities often take center stage, leaving little room for meaningful connections. But here's the truth, time spent with loved ones isn't time wasted, it's an investment. Schedule regular catch-ups with friends, family, or mentors. This could be as simple as a weekly phone call, a coffee date, or even a quick text to check in. These small acts of connection add up over time, strengthening bonds and deepening trust. Be present when you're together. When you're spending time with someone, give them your full attention. Put down your phone, turn off distractions, and genuinely engage in the moment. Active listening, really hearing what the other person has to say, is a powerful way to show you care. Think about the last time someone gave you their undivided attention. Didn't it make you feel valued and respected? That's the kind of energy you want to bring to your relationships. Express appreciation. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt thank you. Let the people in your life know how much they mean to you. Whether it's a handwritten note, a kind text, or a verbal acknowledgement, expressing gratitude strengthens bonds and fosters deeper connections. For instance, tell your mentor how their guidance has impacted your journey, or thank a friend for always being there when you need them. These moments of appreciation create a ripple effect, inspiring positivity and warmth in your relationships. Build new connections. While it's essential to nurture existing relationships, don't close yourself off to new ones. Expanding your circle introduces fresh perspectives, ideas, and opportunities. Attend networking events, join community groups, or simply strike up a conversation with someone new. Building relationships isn't about quantity, it's about quality. Focus on forming genuine connections with people who align with your values and aspirations. Resolve conflicts proactively. No relationship is without its challenges. Misunderstandings and disagreements are inevitable, but how you handle them makes all the difference. Avoid letting small issues fester. Address conflicts with honesty, empathy, and a willingness to find common ground. When you prioritize resolution over being right, you demonstrate respect and commitment to the relationship. This approach not only strengthens the bond, but also builds trust and mutual understanding. Give without expecting anything in return. The best relationships are built on a foundation of generosity. Offer support, lend a listening ear, or extend a helping hand without expecting anything in return. This selflessness fosters deeper connections and creates an environment of mutual care and respect. Reflect on your relationships. Take time each week to evaluate your connections. Are there relationships that need more attention? Are there toxic ones that drain your energy? Reflection helps you identify areas for growth and ensures that you're investing in the right people. Building strong relationships is about more than just socializing. It's about creating a support system that uplifts and inspires you. When you prioritize the people in your life, you create a foundation of trust, love, and mutual growth. Habit 8, embrace gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most transformative habits you can adopt. In a world that often pushes us to focus on what's missing, gratitude shifts our perspective to what's already present. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing the good amidst the chaos. When you practice gratitude regularly, you rewire your brain to notice the positive. It's like adjusting the lens through which you view the world. Instead of focusing on scarcity, you start to see abundance. Start small, but be consistent. Gratitude doesn't require grand gestures or long lists. Start with just 5 minutes each week. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. These could be as simple as the warm cup of coffee you had in the morning, a kind word from a colleague, or the fact that you woke up healthy. The key is consistency. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll find yourself noticing blessings in places you once overlooked. Focus on specifics. Generic gratitude doesn't have the same impact as specific appreciation. Instead of saying, "I'm grateful for my family," dig deeper. What about your family are you grateful for? Maybe it's the way your mom always remembers your favorite dish, or how your sibling makes you laugh even on tough days. Specificity adds depth to your gratitude practice, making it more meaningful and impactful. Share your gratitude. Expressing gratitude to others not only strengthens your relationships, but also amplifies the positive energy you're creating. Tell someone why you appreciate them. Send a message, write a note, or simply say it out loud. Gratitude shared is gratitude multiplied. It spreads positivity and reinforces the bonds you have with the people around you. Use gratitude to shift your mindset. Life isn't always easy and challenges are inevitable. But gratitude can be a powerful tool to shift your mindset during tough times. Instead of focusing solely on what's going wrong, ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in this situation? Maybe a setback taught you resilience. Maybe a difficult conversation helped you grow. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it helps you find the silver linings. Celebrate your wins. Gratitude isn't just about external things, it's also about recognizing your own progress and achievements. Take time each week to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Did you stick to a new habit? Did you overcome a fear? Did you take one step closer to your goals? Acknowledging these victories builds confidence and reinforces the habit of gratitude. Reflect on your growth. Looking back on where you started and how far you've come is a powerful form of gratitude. It reminds you of the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've gained along the way. Reflection isn't just about celebrating the past, it's about inspiring hope and motivation for the future. Practice gratitude in tough times. Gratitude shines brightest in moments of darkness. When things aren't going your way, pause and ask yourself what's still good. Maybe it's the support of a loved one, the lessons you're learning, or the strength you're building. Gratitude during tough times doesn't deny the pain, it acknowledges the good that coexists with it. Make gratitude a lifestyle. The goal isn't to practice gratitude occasionally, it's to make it a way of life. Let gratitude guide your thoughts, actions, and interactions. When you approach life with a grateful heart, you attract more joy, abundance, and positivity. Gratitude isn't just a habit, it's a mindset. It's a way of seeing the world through a lens of abundance rather than lack. So take a few minutes each week to embrace gratitude and watch how it transforms your outlook in your life. Habit 9, give yourself downtime. We live in a culture that celebrates the hustle, the grind, the sleepless nights, the never-ending to-do lists. But here's the truth, constant work without rest isn't a badge of honor, it's a recipe for burnout. Downtime isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the time your body and mind need to recharge, reflect, and refocus. Without it, you're running on fumes, and that's no way to sustain success. Let's reframe how you think about rest. It's not about being lazy or unproductive. Rest is productive in its own way. It's the foundation that allows you to come back stronger, think clearer, and perform better. The science of rest and creativity. Ever noticed how your best ideas seem to pop up in the shower or during a casual walk? That's not a coincidence. When you step away from intense focus, your brain enters a state of relaxed alertness, allowing creative connections to form. This is often called the incubation effect. Downtime creates mental space. It's in these moments of rest that your brain solves problems in the background, connects seemingly unrelated ideas, and sparks innovation. So if you think downtime is wasted time, think again, it's when some of your most brilliant ideas will emerge. Disconnect to reconnect. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel like you're always on emails, notifications, and social media keep pulling at your attention. But to truly recharge, you need to unplug. Dedicate at least one part of your week to disconnecting. Put your phone on airplane mode, log out of work accounts, and give yourself permission to be fully present. Whether it's a walk in nature, reading a novel, or simply sitting in silence, this time allows you to reconnect with yourself and your priorities. Redefine productivity. Rest doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing something that rejuvenates you. For some, it's meditating or journaling. For others, it's gardening, painting, or even playing a sport. The key is to engage in activities that bring joy and relaxation, not stress. When you redefine productivity to include rest, you realize that it's not about how much you do, it's about how effectively you do it. And effectiveness often comes from a well-rested mind and body. Or schedule your downtime. If you don't plan for rest, it won't happen. Downtime needs to be as intentional as any other task on your schedule. Block off an hour or two each week where you focus solely on unwinding. Treat it as an appointment with yourself, because it is. When you make rest a non-negotiable part of your routine, you'll notice a significant boost in your energy, focus, and overall well-being. Understand the power of pausing. Think of a car. Even the most high-performance vehicle needs to refuel and undergo maintenance. If you keep driving without stopping, you'll eventually break down. The same principle applies to you. Pausing isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. Downtime allows you to reflect on your progress, assess what's working, and make adjustments. It's the pit stop that ensures you're on the right track. Embrace the art of doing nothing. In a world that glorifies busyness, doing nothing can feel uncomfortable. But there's beauty in stillness. Allowing yourself moments of complete rest can be incredibly restorative. Sit by a window and watch the world go by. Lie in a hammock and let your thoughts wander. This isn't about wasting time, it's about giving your mind and body the break they deserve. When you return to your tasks, you'll do so with renewed energy and focus. Balance hustle with harmony. Success isn't about how hard you can push, it's about finding the right rhythm. Think of your life as a symphony. The pauses, the quiet moments are just as important as the crescendos. Without them, the music wouldn't be complete. Downtime brings balance to your life. It ensures that you're not just running on adrenaline, but operating from a place of clarity and intention. Habit 10, celebrate small wins. Too often, we wait for the big milestones to celebrate landing a promotion, hitting a major goal, or achieving something extraordinary. But what about the steps that got you there? Success is built on small, consistent actions. If you don't take the time to recognize and celebrate them, you miss the opportunity to fuel your motivation and confidence. Celebrating small wins isn't just about feeling good, it's a powerful habit that keeps you on track and hungry for more. Why small wins matter. Think of your goals as a staircase. Each step you take brings you closer to the top. Small wins are those individual steps. If you only focus on reaching the summit, you might overlook the progress you're making and lose momentum. When you celebrate small victories, you're reminding yourself that you're moving forward. This sense of progress is crucial for staying motivated and maintaining a positive mindset. How to identify small wins. Small wins don't have to be monumental. They can be as simple as completing a workout, sticking to a habit for a week, or tackling a task you've been procrastinating on. Take a moment each week to reflect on what you've achieved. Write down at least 3 small wins. This practice helps you shift your focus from what's left to do to what you've already accomplished. Celebrate in meaningful ways. Celebration doesn't have to be extravagant. It could be treating yourself to your favorite coffee, taking a break to watch a movie, or simply giving yourself a mental high five. The key is to acknowledge your efforts in a way that feels rewarding to you. When you celebrate, you reinforce the habit of achievement. It becomes a positive feedback loop that keeps you striving for more. Build confidence through celebration. Each time you acknowledge a win, you're building your confidence. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of following through, making progress, and achieving your goals. This self-belief is the foundation for tackling bigger challenges and setting higher aspirations. Reflect on the journey. Celebrating small wins isn't just about the achievement itself, it's about recognizing the effort, discipline, and growth that went into it. Take time to appreciate how far you've come, even if you're not yet where you want to be. Reflection helps you see the bigger picture. It reminds you that every step, no matter how small, is part of a larger journey. Create a habit of gratitude and celebration. Combine your celebration habit with your gratitude practice. At the end of each week, write down your wins and the things you're grateful for. This dual habit keeps you grounded in positivity and focused on progress. Share your wins with others. Celebrating doesn't have to be a solo activity. Share your achievements with friends, family, or colleagues. Their encouragement and support amplify the joy and keep you accountable to your goals. Stay motivated for the long haul. Big goals often take time to achieve. Without small wins to celebrate along the way, it's easy to lose motivation. By acknowledging your progress regularly, you keep your momentum alive and remind yourself why you started in the first place. Celebrating small wins isn't just a nice thing to do, it's a strategic habit that keeps you engaged, inspired, and moving forward. So take a moment to pat yourself on the back. You've earned it. The beauty of these habits is their simplicity. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Choose 1 or 2 habits this week, commit to them, and watch how they ripple into every part of your life. Because here's the thing, success isn't one big moment, it's a series of small, intentional actions repeated over and over again. Change doesn't come from wishful thinking. It comes from consistent action. These 10 habits are your blueprint for a life filled with purpose, clarity, and momentum. They may seem simple, but their impact is extraordinary if you stick with them.